Hi, my name is June Crane. I teach second grade at Congregation Beth Torah. Our story today is called Passover Magic by Ronnie Schotter, my favorite holiday Passover. Something magical happens every spring. The last white of winter fades from the ground, grass greens, and out of nowhere flowers appear. Passover comes, and with it the relatives. For a week, Ben and I have helped clean the house, and now we are ready. Everyone is coming a day early. Grandma and Grandpa arrive first with smiles and hugs. Together we are crumb detectives. Soon the house is Passover perfect. Later, Uncle Bernie arrives with kisses and complaints, Aunt Ina with wine and worries, Cousin Sarah with shouts, and Max with his bear, Uncle Arnold with yawns. Our house is crowded and close. We are rich in relatives. In the morning, everyone rushes to get ready. Ben hunts for his belt. Max won't wear his tie. Too tight, he cries. Sarah can't find her barrette, and I have lost my ribbon. Grandma and Mama start the chicken and the chicken soup, and soon the house is sweet with the smell of Passover. Where's Harry? Aunt Ina worries. Uncle Harry is coming from far away with our new Aunt Ida. Everyone loves Uncle Harry. During the week, Uncle Harry is a dentist pulling teeth out of people's mouths. On the weekends, he's a magician pulling rabbits out of people's hats. Mama says Ida used to be Uncle Harry's assistant. She says they fell in love the very first time Uncle Harry sawed Ida in half. Anybody home? Someone yells. Uncle Harry, we all shout and rush to the door. There he is, short and round and wearing a bright red bow tie. And there beside him is our new Aunt Ida, big and sparkling and very beautiful. This is my lucky charm. This is my Ida, Uncle Harry proudly proclaims. Sarah, Benjamin, he calls out suddenly, what's this I see? Everyone gasps when Uncle Harry waves his large hand through the air and pulls Sarah's barrette out of her ear and Ben's belt from inside his sleeve. Now, Max, they tell me you hate wearing ties, but maybe it's because it's Passover you'll wear one anyway. He opens his hands. Inside them are two red bow ties exactly like the one he is wearing. One for you and one for your bear. Everyone laughs and applauds. I look down at my shoes. I have polished them so well I can see my sad face reflected in them. I am the oldest, so of course Uncle Harry has nothing for me. Molly, I hear him say, give me your hand. I do, and Uncle Harry turns it over. There is the most beautiful hair ribbon I've ever seen. Uncle Harry, I exclaim, thank you. But Uncle Harry has already turned to Grandma. He gives her a hug and pulls a bouquet of flowers from behind her back. For you, Mama, for the table. For Passover, he says. Oh, Harry, Grandma laughs, her eyes full of love. How do you do it? It's Ida, Uncle Harry says. She's my inspiration. For the next few hours we talk, everyone tells everyone everything, and in between we work. Grandma checks the chicken soup. Uncle Bernie sets the table with special Passover china. Papa and Grandpa roast a bone and an egg for the Seder plate and arrange the parsley, horseradish, and salt water. Even Uncle Arnold helps. Aunt Ida, her long nails gleaming, chops apples and nuts while Mama mixes in the cinnamon and wine to make the delicious haroset. Ben, Sarah, and Max and I mold matzo balls from Aunt Ina's special mixture. And Uncle Harry, he waves his magic hands over everything, saying, the magic food of Passover. Once it's on the table, it disappears. The sleepy spring sun has finally set. At last we are ready. It's time for the Seder, our special holiday meal, to begin. We open the Haggadot, which tell the Passover story, and together whisper a blessing. Grandpa washes his hands in a special bowl. We dip the parsley into salt water and say thank you for all the green growing things of the earth. Then comes the part I've been waiting for. Grandpa reaches into the stack of 3 matzot, the special flatbread of Passover. He pulls out the middle piece, the afikomen. But instead of putting half into his lap the way he always does, he winks and gives it instead to Uncle Harry. Uncle Harry's going to hide the afikomen this year? Whoever finds it gets a prize. Usually it's easy to find, but if Uncle Harry hides it, well, who can tell? Uncle Harry smiles mysteriously and puts the special matzah in his lap. It's time for Max to ask the 4 questions. Why is this night different from all other nights? Why do we eat matzah instead of bread? He begins. With one eye, I watch as Sarah helps Max read. With the other, I keep an eye on Uncle Harry. Uncle Harry never moves from his chair. He does exactly what everyone else does. He reads aloud the words in Hebrew and English that answer Max's questions and tell how the Jews were freed from slavery in Egypt. And when Grandpa says it's time, he sips the sweet wine the grown-ups drink, while Ben, Sarah, Max, and I sip our grape juice. We read, we sip, we pray, and we taste the foods from the Seder plate, dipping the sharp horseradish into the sweet haroset to remember the bitterness of slavery and the sweetness of freedom. Then finally, it's time to eat. Fish and chicken and matzo ball soup and sweet potatoes and mountains of haroset. And just as Uncle Harry said it would, the food disappears. But still, Uncle Harry never rises from his chair. Too much, Uncle Bernie complains, holding his stomach. Maybe the matzo balls were too heavy, Aunt Ina worries. They were perfect, Ina, Uncle Bernie answers, like pillows. Feather pillows, Uncle Arnold yawns. I am sleepy too, my eyelids heavy, but I must keep them open to watch Uncle Harry. Time to hunt, Papa calls out, startling me. Ben, Sarah, Max, and I run to Uncle Harry to search his lap for the afikoman, the special matzah. Nothing. Ben searches his pockets. Nothing. How did he do it? In cupboards, under chairs, we search everywhere. We find nothing. Harry, Grandpa pleads, tell them, are they warm? My assistant will tell them, Uncle Harry says, smiling at Aunt Ida. Sarah, Max, and Ben are winter cold, Aunt Ida says. Molly is summer sizzling. I am near the curtains. Excited, I push them aside. Nothing. Uncle Harry looks surprised. It should be there, he says, finally getting up from his chair. He searches behind the curtains and scratches his head. Something's wrong, he says. We need magic, a spell. Ben, Sarah, Max, and Molly, help me. Close your eyes. Concentrate. Picture Passover. Say what you see. I close my eyes so tight they hurt. I concentrate on Passover. I see the Seder table full of food and my relatives full of love. Then I see my ancestors hurrying across the desert, escaping from slavery, full of hope, I say out loud. Freedom, I hear Ben whisper. Family, Sarah says softly. For once she doesn't shout. Food, Max giggles. Perfect, Uncle Harry says, and we open our eyes. We yank the curtain aside, and there, where it wasn't before, is the matzah. Sarah snatches it and shouts, presents! The grown-ups laugh, and Aunt Ida hands Uncle Harry a handkerchief. He waves it through the air, then opens it to reveal 4 magic flowers that squirt when you squeeze them. Grandpa gives each of us a beautiful book about Passover, and we give them the matzah so all of us can share it with dessert. Last of all, Mama opens the door for Elijah, the invisible prophet of hope. Will he drink from the cup we have set for him on the table? The wind gusts, the candles flicker, the wine in his cup wobbles, and when it settles, it seems there is less. Elijah, I wonder, or Uncle Harry? We sing, holding each other's hands in a large circle of love, and then at last the Seder is over. Uncle Harry kisses Aunt Ida. Uncle Arnold snores in his chair. Sarah, Max, and Ben smile drowsily. And me? I sit wide awake, wondering about so many things. About the matzah, about Elijah's cup, about the specialness of the day. What made it all so special? Was it Uncle Harry's magic, or was it the magic of Passover?